Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of World 1-1 Podcast. Before we go any further, we're going to get through the obligatory, please like the Facebook page, subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play Music, check us out at our home on shoutengine.com, Twitter, and all that other fun jazz. You can also take a sneak peek at the YouTube channel to see what we're rebuilding for a full launch in January as well. With that out of the way,
choose your fighter!
I am your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. Joining me, as always, is Eddie Snug Life V.
Snug Life, I like that.
And Josh the LaGrew.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
And back for what might be, at least for the time being, the last time with us. I know, it was in and out and everything just lined up into the perfect shitstorm. Dylan Drinky Pants Roberts.
How's it going, guys?
So, jumping into
oh my gosh!
Video games.
What's everybody been playing? Dylan, we haven't seen you in the longest. What the fuck have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing the shit out of some Red Dead. Then Black Ops, the Blackout mode's been fun. What else? Fire Emblem Echoes, which has been a lot of fun, and I just started Link Between Worlds for the book club, which has also been fun. So it's been a lot of everything, it seems like.
I'm looking forward to this month with book club. Actually, Link Between Worlds was a ton of fun. I really liked it.
It's a real pleasant surprise because I didn't really know anything about it going into it, because I kind of avoid the 3DS Zeldas for the most part.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's just not my preferred way to play.
That's shocking because it's a game of the year when it came out.
Yeah, I just completely did not really pay any attention to it, and then so like jumping into it, it's been awesome because it just reminds me of like when I was a little kid playing, Link to the Past. So I didn't know that it was a direct sequel to that game or anything like it. So it's been real fun just getting into it. I mean, obviously I'm not that far into it because my work and life schedule has been insane lately. But yeah,
this will be a good fit for you then. I mean, Link Between Worlds was designed to be able to do in little bite-sized chunks.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's kind of built for somebody that doesn't have a lot of time. Like you could do 3 hours or so and then like come back and pick it up, and play another hour or 2 hours.
Well, and it was built with the handheld mentality in mind for to be able to pick up and play for 30 minutes, an hour, and put it back down again and still be able to get something out of it and progress.
Right.
So, which they did a really good job with that. I mean, it came with a cost, but it doesn't have quite the depth that Link to the Past had as far as 2D Zeldas go. But the trade-off though is it's much more manageable in short spurts.
Yeah, it seems a little bit more hand-holdy than Link to the Past,
not
for
really.
sure. I don't remember Link to the Past. I mean, it's been a long time.
Link to the Past is very linear, where this one is very opening and challenging.
I don't remember it ever having like X's on the map though, of like go here, do this, like in Link to the Past. It seemed more of like, this is what we're gonna tell you, and then you just gotta kind of figure it out.
Well, they kind of like when you get into a new area, they kind of show you where the castle is, kind of lead you on what you got to do. Whereas such as Link Between Worlds, it's just like you literally could go to any of those castles, get any equipment if you got the right money, and go ahead and attack it any way that you want. So Between Worlds is way more open. that's why it's kind of a big improvement from Link to the Past in a sense.
Not only that, but I really did. I loved the flat wall mechanic.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm enjoying that. I just started doing it. So
I think they did some really clever shit with that.
It's Nintendo.
It kind of reminds me of, in its own little way, like Paper Mario, like the different mechanics going, to flat to 3D, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is another one of my faves. I loved Paper Mario when I was a kid.
See, I'm probably in the minority here. My favorite out of the Paper Marios was Super Paper Mario on the Wii.
I never played it. I probably should have, but I never did. I didn't play a lot of Wii, honestly. I bought Wii like way late in its life cycle.
Super Paper Mario was a big kind of divergence from the rest of the Paper Mario series. It got away from most of the RPG elements of Paper Mario, and it leaned more into the
platforming.
The side-scroll platforming aspect with more real-time combat stuff. It still had. No, it's not super long. It's still good. It's got solid length to it. It's not obnoxiously long, but it's still meaty. Like, you don't feel like you got gypped on your game by any means.
Yeah.
But I loved Super Paper Mario, though. I really did. So I know I stand in the minority on that because everybody that loves Paper Mario loves it because it's it's got all those RPG elements, and Super Paper Mario probably got the furthest away from that out of any of them.
Well, the Paper Mario series is more like the Mario Luigi games. They're like more sarcastic in the writing, and the writing like stands out.
Oh yeah, and the writing in Super Paper Mario is still excellent.
Oh yeah, it's super funny.
Yeah, the game is fun. Yeah.
So,
have you guys been playing Red Dead at all?
I have, but I'll talk it when it comes to my turn.
So with that being said, let's pass it over to Eddie. Eddie, what the hell have you been playing?
So before I get to Red Dead, picked up the Gardens Between and finished that. Really
How is it?
It's really good. For the price that it is, it's worth it. And because it's a time mechanic puzzle thing, it also does with perspective. And so you gotta kind of like pay attention to a little bit of things on how it works. So the girl, she carries a lamp for the light, and the boy, he could like ring these lanterns and stuff that could like kind of change the world. So it puts you in a different, not perspective, but it puts you like in a different time way where you have to manage stuff going up or down or left and right and stuff. They both work so well. And it may take you probably 2.5 hours if you want to beat it all the way through, but it's not too long of a game. And I think because of how they use, I think it's Unreal Engine they use for this game. It's Unreal or it's Unity. The art in this game is beautiful and it really makes you think. And it literally is on my Game of the Year nomination. The sound, the music is good. It's very relaxing. It's one of those games that is not going to frustrate you because it's just like, fool around with this, experiment, there you go. And it's really up there. Probably one of the best kind of artsy, relaxive games that has come out this year. And I played it on Switch. So it's definitely something to go into. And it doesn't have any dialogue in this game. So all the puzzles that you're solving are telling you a story on what's going on, and then when you get into the conclusion, you be like, okay, it all makes sense. So I finished that. Started up Yoko Island Express. Played a little bit of that. I'm still where the demo's at. because I had to be focusing on Red Dead, so I didn't really get much time to spend more on that. Played Iconoclast, played a little bit. I have Bad North, but I haven't started yet, but I need to. Played The Messenger a little bit more. Really enjoyed that. Picked up Spider-Man and Diablo 3, but I haven't started Diablo 3 yet for Switch, so that is my next thing. Played Forza Horizon 4 on Xbox One, and like really truly enjoying that. Like that really is like highly up there for Game of the Year. It pretty much knocked God of War off, but I put God of War back on my Game of the Year nomination. And Red Dead Redemption 2 is not Game of the Year material. It's passable, but it's not enjoyable because it's very tedious, and it really shows the failure of Rockstar's design and layout. And I understand that they tried to do a lot in saying that they was going to change the world and stuff, but it doesn't connect with it. I don't think it's so well. I would give them that because it's a Rockstar game, but it's not
already outsold the original.
But they sold in 8 years. It sold in 8 days. What the first one did in 8 years. But the second game did in 8 years. Because Redemption 2 is actually Red Dead 3.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Red Dead Revolver and
but the combat is fun in Red Dead Redemption 2. I would give them that. It takes that Max Payne 3 approach to it. And I think it's easier to lock on. It's still a problem having enemies be in the back and you're not able to see them in the dark in a sense. So when you're auto aiming, you're actually taking a lucky shot that you're hitting an enemy. Because the enemies from where you're at and where they're at, they're too far away. So there's times that you don't know where you're getting shot at because you can't see the enemies because they blend in so well with the background. And I guess I wish they kind of would have brought the enemies up and had a better layout of where you're going to be fighting them at for to be able to do cover based and stuff. But they just haven't, really did that. And I was talking to this with one of my friends, is that the loading times are hitting through you accepting the mission and getting to that mission. That first part.
Basically, they're pulling a Prime.
No, actually not, because they try to fill it with story in a sense, but the story could be maybe a minute of dialogue, and then you have 4+ some minutes actually getting to the place that you need to be at. So
which is fundamentally what Prime did, was they just buried the loading times by way of like the connecting hallways.
Well,
so they buried the loading times by way of your traversal.
Right. The problem is, and then I know you'll get into it. The problem is that because they added a sim style mechanic to your character and your horse, and it's kind of draining when you speed run. You're kind of punished that way, so they're making it longer for you to get somewhere. Like if you just finish a mission and you want to go to the next mission that may be way across the board, that's a 7 minute, that's 7 minutes trying to get there. And it's just like, I want to be able to get to the mission. Because Grand Theft Auto 5, the missions were quickly, you were quick to get there. And that may be because of the car or something, and they weren't so spread far apart. This one, you could take a mission in your camp, and now you have to not only go to the town, you have to go maybe about 3 counties away from the town to do something. And then you got to try to get back to that county, back to that town, and then back to your camp. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, they've just got you playing run around for the sake of filling space.
In a sense, yes.
Filling, yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, I think that, like, yeah, there's a lot of dead time in between going to places, but like missions seem to be pretty linear.
Oh yeah.
But like, if you're going from like, if your whole goal of that game is to go from like mission to mission to mission, I don't think you're playing the game right. Like,
well, the thing about going to mission to mission to mission is that it's so spread out. Is that it takes a long time to get to
right,
start.
But I don't think I mean, if that's how you want to play the game, then that's how you want to play the game.
It's not that you don't want to play the game. That's how the game forces you to play it. You can
I disagree. Like, because there's lots of stuff. Like, if you want to go mission to mission to mission, then yeah, you're gonna.
It's gonna be like
you're gonna be having a hell of a time because there's missions in like, you know, all the way at the bottom of the map, and then there's a mission all the way to the side of the map.
Right.
You know, there's so much of like random
extra stuff
missions
outside
and extra right within the world.
Right.
They want you doing all the side shit.
The side stuff. Yeah.
Right.
But I'm just
and
talking.
There's no load time in between. Like there's not a single loading screen in that game that I mean I've put in.
But when they get into the cutscenes, it's loaded in the sense that it's too far apart from where you should start, even the first part of the mission. And when they're trying to have because I enjoyed the dialogue while you're trying to get there. If they would have filled that time where you're trying to get to that first part of the mission with some good dialogue, some good banter, it would make getting to that part easy. It would make that ride more enjoyable because now you got time for more character development. You got time to hear stories on what the game did before this game actually started. You know,
I think that's all subjective, though. Like, I mean, I personally enjoy, you know, like I enjoy the rides to the place. I enjoy the characters like talking in between each other.
Right, and I enjoy and I enjoy that. But they need to continue. It would have been more. It would have been better, in my opinion. It would have been better if they kept doing it until you got to the first part of it. Like if you're riding with somebody else.
I mean, I feel like there's a substantial. I mean, I've played about at this point maybe 20 some odd hours.
I've been playing it since that Friday that it came out Thursday, but I played it. I bought the physical version that Friday, and I've been playing it like almost every day. I'm probably halfway through chapter 3.
Okay, I'm on chapter 4, but yeah, it's I don't know. I guess there's
I mean,
you can see it the same thing in two different lights, I suppose, because like to me it's been extremely enjoyable. I think that there's definitely some flaws to the game, but I think the biggest problem with that game is it goes too far in trying to be realistic. Like
which is probably the sim stuff,
right? Like it's trying too hard to like sell you on this open world when you don't really need to be sold on it. It's great. Like, you know, there's plenty of stuff to do. I get that, you know, but maybe, you know, especially if the rumor that I heard is true, is that like you can fast travel later in the game wherever the hell you want. Like, why not just give that option to like off the bat for the people that don't want to, you know, people like you maybe that want to just jump from mission to mission to mission. You know, instead of like going from point A to like I spent a lot of time going from one mission to like, oh, what's this church? And like going through and dicking around for 40 minutes, you know, or trying to catch a fish.
I think it's when they have the speed of the game so slow and you're attached to a stamina kind of mechanic for your horse and for you to even go faster. That makes it, and some people enjoy slow-paced stuff like that. That's fine, but I'm just like, there was one part in the game where I had just delivered the letter to one of I think it's Gary to one of the Greys. I guess it's one of the sons. He and the Braithwaite's, they're like two families who battle against each other. They have a like Romeo and Juliet thing going on. Well, my horse disappeared out of nowhere. Because my mission was to deliver a letter and to deliver a letter and deliver a package to the female,
The girl Braithwaite, yeah.
Yeah, and so I snuck in because I couldn't be seen by the guards. I snuck in, gave her the thing, did the cutscene, and that was really cool. And then they said, okay, now you gotta get away from the get away from the guards and stuff, which I didn't really see none. I kind of took the waterway and like took the back way.
Took the boat, yeah.
No, actually, mine didn't have a boat yet. I didn't buy the boat for the camp yet.
Okay.
I just moved out the way, and where my horse should have been at, it was gone. So, in order to get back to anywhere that was a mission, a side quest, a town, or anything, I had to walk, or I would have to kill somebody and steal their horse or something. Well, what happened to my horse that I just jumped off that I put all my stuff on? Like, where did he disappear to? And then on top of that, I was running and ran into somebody.
You got fucking horse jacked.
I got horse jacked by the gang. By the
Yeah,
bugs.
In fact, when you're playing Grand Theft Hee-Haw.
Pretty much. So, I mean, to me personally, and I'm gonna turn it over to you, back over to you, Larry. I just feel like this is not Game of the Year material. It's passable, it's playable to those who love open world games and who don't care for technical stuff like that or story or stuff like that. You will find it fun, and you might find it Game of the Year. It looks great, but we said that about God of War, we said that about Legend of Zelda, heck, we said that about Okami in 2002. So, graphics and the way that the world looks, that's nothing new. Rockstar did a fantastic job.
My
of
game
course,
of the year is still Spider-Man so far.
I can't wait to start Spider-Man. I really want to. I'm really into getting ready for that. I might do it in a couple of weeks, like when we have Thanksgiving, because I gotta jump onto Diablo 3. Get that ready for review. And that's the thing with Red Dead. I'm doing it for a review. I don't think, with all the delays that they did, Rockstar did a great job polishing this game. The decisions that they put into this is going to very depend on what you want to accept and what you don't want to accept.
Horse balls.
The characters are fine. The voice acting is good. I think Arthur Morgan said it best, where he says, I think it's beginning to feel like I'm an errand boy. And I was just like, and that part, I agree with you. I think that's kind of the best line in this whole game. Everything is feeling like an errand, and I guess the reward is progress? Question mark? So, I mean, I'm not hating on it. I'm glad that Rockstar did a success. I think it's better than Grand Theft Auto 5. I will say that.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not better than Max Payne 3. I still think that's one of Rockstar's best games. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 comes second place to that.
I hated Max Payne 3.
And it's weird because while playing Red Dead, I feel like maybe 85% of I don't think it should have been an open world game. I really feel like it should have been a linear game, because it doesn't feel like there was much they could do to this story wise and acting wise, because not acting wise. It feels like they grab a lot of elements that they're known for to put into this game, like burning the tobacco. Burning the tobacco. It's the same thing in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, where you got to burn the weed. So it's just like they haven't designed different mission structures for this game. It's just everything that Rockstar is known for in a lot of open world, that for their open world games. And it's just like, okay, I'm pretty much doing the same thing over and over, just for different people in a different way. And I think it's kind of time for Rockstar to do something better and do something different. And I think they need to hop into a different genre and get away from the open world games. Probably after Bully 2.
They won't, though. I mean, look at how much money they're making. And then when Red Dead Online comes out and they sell their equivalent shark cards and whatever, they're going to make a butt ton of money off of that.
And that's the sad thing. They're killing their design. And to me personally, I feel like they're killing their design. They're killing their brand just for money.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree with that. A lot of big companies are doing that. I mean, look at Blizzard. You know, it's... it looks like everything's starting to fall that way because, unfortunately, in this day and age of mobile gaming, like, it's becoming... And microtransactions are the king of the land.
We'll get to that in news. Trust me, we'll get to that.
No kidding.
But, that's pretty much what I've been playing. Battlefield 5, I think, comes out next week. Or it might be at the end of the month. I know Battlefield 5 and Let's Go Pikachu, Just Cause 4 and Smash are my next 4 games that I need to get. And Soul Calibur Ni no Kuni 2 I need to also get. But for review, if anybody want to...
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. That's what I've been playing lately too. Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
I need to pick that up for Switch. Also.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I didn't think about getting it for Xbox One on PS4, but since it came to Switch, I'm just like, I might as well get it there because I need a fighting game,
right?
On the go.
It's awesome. Yep. Yeah, it's surprisingly. I didn't think I'd like it because I'm not big into fighting games. Mm-hmm. Like the only fighting game I play is Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm, and this is like, oh man, it's so good. I love it.
I have. Is it Ultimate 4 for Xbox and PS4? Yeah, I have that one. Shippuden, I need to finish that too. Very weird fighting game, I would say, with this controls. But
are you planning on picking up the what is it, the Jump Stars or whatever the hell it's called? That's coming out. That's got all the
like Yu-Gi-Oh!
All the Shonen Jump stuff in it.
I am. I don't think I'm gonna buy it like initial release. I think I'm gonna catch it on a sale just because it seems like
I thought it was.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it already is.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's worth $60 probably because my problem with those games is like they don't tend to capture the essence of the character when it's like all the animes together, like, so everybody kind of feels like everybody else when you're fighting. But yes, I do plan on picking it up. Me and my roommate are probably gonna grab it, so, but I'm gonna probably wait till it's down to like $40.
Okay.
Last game, not Yu-Gi-Oh! Yokai Watch 2. Is what I'm playing right now still on 2DS. I think I'm halfway through that game, but yeah, that's the last thing I'm playing.
And what about you, Josh? What have you been playing? You've been a little quiet.
Yeah, I know. I haven't been playing too much. I've been playing Dragalia Lost again because I've been at work a lot, so I've got a lot of time to play that. And I've been playing Samus Returns, flipping between that and A Link Between Worlds right now. So it's kind of what I'm investing most of my time in right now. I haven't even turned on my console this week.
You're in full handheld mode.
Yeah, I just bought a 3DS a few weeks ago.
Ooh, which one did you get?
The Metroid one.
The Samus one?
Yeah, I love it.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, I like it, but I've realized that my hands haven't quite adjusted to playing like that again. Mm-hmm. So I either got to get a grip or something where I can put it in there and play it, or just play more.
Yeah, I say Eddie and I talked about it when that came out. I love the outside design and everything.
Yeah.
I was still super disappointed that they didn't do anything interesting with the inside.
Oh, I know. It's just like it's just a regular.
It's just black.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
That's such a wasted opportunity.
it would have been so cool if the buttons were clear and like the actual letters were in the pink or the purple, whatever color
They
the
could have done
Metroid
anything
is.
with that, and it would have been an improvement.
It would have been great if they even had the game preloaded on it for you, but they didn't. So you had to buy
Right.
the game separate. You know, that was okay. But
I was okay with that, considering. But I mean, that's me because I want everything physical. So.
Everybody was going to get
Right.
that. Look, everybody was going to get that game physical and with the pack, the Metroid pack.
Yeah,
Especially
well,
Metroid.
not only that too, but you know, then trying to hunt down the Legacy Edition from Europe, which, whew, that was fun trying to track one of those down.
That was a shock that that sold out. And that was hard.
Oh,
to track.
I wasn't stunned, but thankfully, a very very nice person on one of the Metroid groups on Facebook helped set me up with that, and I was very appreciative of that fact. So, but no, how far into? We'll leave Link Between Worlds for the book club since we've already talked a little on that. But
Yep.
where are you at inside of Samus Returns?
honestly, just played about a couple of hours so far. So I've just kind of gotten used to the control scheme, and I got I've gotten to the morph ball, and I get the bombs, and I can stick to the ceiling now, and I can start. So I'm starting
the
to
real
actually
spider
like,
ball. Yes.
Yeah. I'm starting to actually open everything up a little bit more now. So it's kind of hard to put it down once you get to that point because you're remembering things you want to go and go back and look at and everything. So I'm going to probably sink a lot of time into that in the next week or so, I think.
Nice. Oh, you're in for a treat when you get into some of the new content they added.
That's what I hear. I hear it's actually pretty awesome. So I'm trying to get to that point where I'm like, okay, I remember this, remember that, and I'm like, okay, let's see if I can get through here.
I still have some mixed feelings about the ending,
Okay.
but I say Eddie knows why, but I won't spoil it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Then I could just stop playing then.
Trust me, past episode, me and Larry had a huge discussion about it.
Don't get me wrong. The part that I have mixed feelings or issues about is really good. It just didn't belong there.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
that's fair. I mean, sometimes that's fair. You know, you get like some kind of content, and you're like, WTF, you know?
I'll put it this way.
Let them figure it. Find out. Let them figure it out.
I will. No, I'm diverting to Other M actually here. There's a perfect comparison in Other M. I really liked the Nightmare fight in Other M, but it didn't fucking belong there because Nightmare was something that was specific to Fusion, which took place after Other M.
Right.
So I'm looking at it going, how and why the fuck is this here? This doesn't fucking belong here.
You said Fusion takes place after that's correct. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. You were really about to question my knowledge on that?
Yes.
The amount of time this man has put into Metroid.
Oh, me and Larry have a World 1-1 episode about Metroid.
There's a pair of them.
I haven't gotten that far in YouTube channel yet, so I'll get there.
Yeah, because that punk, he owes me my revenge for Metroid Prime 2.
Well, come over here and get it.
I will. But first, we gotta go stop by King Gyro's and we gotta get some food first, or my spot, and then I'm gonna come kick your tail.
Bring it. I think that just leaves me. This morning I learned that I got real rusty real fast at Dead Cells because I haven't gotten to play it in quite a while. And I felt really bad when I picked it up this morning at work, just sitting around waiting, twiddling my thumbs. And I got my ass handed to me in the fucking... damn it, the promenade. It's like, really? This is fucking bullshit.
Can I say it's so weird playing that game on TV with the Pro Controller? Well, if you get
Why?
because if you get too used to the playing it in handheld, try to play the Pro Controller and be like, this doesn't feel right. Because that's what happened to me. I mean, I'd adjusted and I learned, and I was just like, dang, motion switch. Like, this game is so fitted for Switch. Because it feels like it's two different play styles, control-wise, and you gotta adjust if you get, like, used to one version.
I could see that. I didn't have that issue. One, because I'm not a big, tremendous fan of the Switch Pro controller. I just barely ever used it. Two, I was used to playing it on a big screen to start with because I first started playing it on PC back in, like, March. And so that was already kind of ingrained in my head, was seeing it on a larger screen and getting to see all the pretty details they put into it, of which there are a fuck ton. But no, I mean, you're right though. It very much does feel. I almost exclusively, just, not intentionally, but just happened to almost exclusively end up playing it only in handheld mode. But that's just about the only way I've been playing my Switch for the last couple months, anyways. Truth be told. I dinked around with Iconoclast again. I realized that it's been so long since I picked it up that I totally just kind of forgot where the hell I was, and I spent probably half an hour just trying to re-get my bearings on where I was at and what I needed to do next. And then I got pissed off about it because it was late, and I'm like, it's too late and I'm too tired to focus on this, and I'm not going to make any progress, so fuck this, and I put it back down again. I downloaded Brawlhalla today, but I haven't gotten to crack it open yet. And tomorrow I have intentions of finally starting Undertale. I think I was going to wait till December and make that my big December venture, but I realized, wait a minute, Smash is out in December, so fuck this. We're going to do it now. So I'm finally going to crack open Undertale tomorrow, which I'm super, super fucking excited about. So
I tried that game. I could not get into it.
How come?
I just was boring, to be honest. It couldn't hold my attention. Like, there's just better indie titles at the time that I was playing. So, I mean, I'm probably going to try it again sometime soon. I mean, I own it, so, like, I want to get into it and try it again. But at the time, like, I was playing Stardew Valley, I think.
You and my wife, Jesus.
And I was playing, not long after that, I was playing Dead Cells, so I was just like, you know, it just kept getting pushed back to the back burner.
Yeah. So, but that's most of what I've been playing. So with that said, this is a good place for us to stop for a minute and say break. And we're back. This is the back half of the show, kids. This is where we do either a deep dive on a special subject, or like we do this week, where we head on over to the news desk and talk about news. So, one of the first things I want to hit on, because we didn't get to Warp World on this in the past week since we last reconvened. Nintendo, or more accurately at this point, Sakurai, put out a final direct for Smash Bros. Ultimate. And while there was a fair bit of content in there, I just kind of want to hit on some of the highlights here. One thing that stuck with me, though, that it seems to be, at least for me personally, a running theme with every time Nintendo talks about Smash, is that it's just too much fluff. That 40-minute direct could have and should have been 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, easily.
They do the same thing with Pokemon too.
They do the same thing with almost every IP that they have.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree. And
all right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Because you want to get, for most players who know Smash, it's fluff. those who are finally getting a Switch or actually getting into a lot of Nintendo products, all of this stuff is going to be new to them. So they want it to be detailed and very detailed, so that when people are reporting on it, people are talking about it, it's not just a quick point, and that leads to more questions. Then I'll be like, okay, here's the remote. Let's move on. We're done with the direct. Like, Nintendo wants to break stuff down so you know what you're getting when you're getting into that mode. And you might, like I said, for experienced players who know Smash, it's fluff to them, but you got to think about, you know what, I'm glad that they did this breakdown, because someone who's picking up this as their first Smash might want to know something about this. So I'm intrigued of what they're going to show, and these new people who are going to be picking up Smash are going to be intrigued. So, you know, I think Nintendo, what they do, they got the word out there. They want to express what you'll be seeing and what you'll be experiencing, because there's some stuff that when you, like, if you get into Smash, and even though you might find that it's all fluff, you might not understand it. And so you might end up having to go back to the direct to see what the breakdown is and be like, oh, okay, now I understand it. Now let me work on this. So I don't think it's fluff. I think they did a great job breaking it down and just like throwing the rest of the game of what you're going to get or what you can expect when you get it.
Like I think, you know, what they covered with the new Spirit Mode reveal was good. But explaining to me that Ken is an Echo Fighter of Ryu, like, obvious thing is obvious, water is wet. Move on. Well, don't just say we've got Ken coming. Cool. All right.
Because people would think that Ken is an actual fighter on the roster, and
nobody is going to think that.
Because of
that's been the entire point of Ken from the birth of Street Fighter 2 as a series, was to be an Echo Fighter of Ryu.
When people are doing predictions and rumors and they're giving all of this name, if that person or that item does get mentioned and shown in the direct, they're going to want to be proclaiming that, see, I was right, it is a character that you can play. And Nintendo be like, no, this is something completely different.
Ken is the original Echo Fighter.
Of who?
Ryu.
No, Ryu is the main fighter. Are you talking about Street Fighter 2 or are you just talking about Smash?
Street Fighter.
No.
Ken is totally the original Echo Fighter. Yeah, I know. Ryu's the original character, which makes Ken the original Echo Fighter.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. You just kept saying
He's never
Echo
going to
Fighter.
admit it, Larry.
I'm just saying you that. I'm just like, no, there.
Eddie just looks for controversy.
No, I'm just like Echo Fighter. I'm thinking, because you keep saying Echo Fighter, and I'm thinking of Smash. And I'm just like, what the heck has to connect with Street Fighter? I've played the Street Fighter series for years, and I still need to go get that the anniversary. Then you Target for your buy two get one free, and didn't include it.
Oh, speaking of fighters, by the way, Jump Force isn't out until February.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought it was out for review.
No, not till February.
Oh, interesting.
All right.
I was going to say, I knew I would have seen reviews or something like.
Yeah.
We would have been talking about this if it was out already.
But I thought they had a review out for it, and it was showing it a lot. That's why I thought it was out.
Some preview stuff maybe, but yeah, no, it's not till February.
Oh, okay.
But in any case, back to Smash though. So you know, the last handful of fighters on the roster revealed. So we've got Ken coming, obviously, which, you know, obvious thing is obvious, Echo Fighter for Ryu. We've also got Incineroar from the Pokemans, which, the Pokemans. I'm not going to lie, I looked at Incineroar when they first revealed it and went, it looks like a Pokemon? But I don't know, because I honestly kind of dropped off Pokemon after Red and Blue.
Oh, wow. So forever ago.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the first game, shoot. Like, that's the game where the original game. I'm like, where the heck have you been at?
like there's a few beyond that I kind of recognize and go, oh yeah, I know kind of that one or about that one, but
the funny thing is that he reminds me of Zangief so much.
Right. Why couldn't we have Zangief instead?
I think he's going to be one of the 5 Smash characters.
But in any case, and the other one that's sort of part of the final roster, but not exactly, is the Piranha Plant, which I'm really actually kind of excited about. That totally makes me happy. Piranha Plant looks fucking awesome.
That's the pre-order bonus, right?
Yeah. Yep, it's one that you get for free if you pre-order. I will be stunned if it's not available for purchase, though, down the line.
It will.
Oh, it will.
So it has to be.
Yeah.
There's no way you permanently lock a character out of a fighting game.
And see, I'm not going to pre-order the game because I don't want it digitally. I need my physical.
Well, and you can get the Piranha Plant even if you go physical. You'll get it when you register your copy for your gold coins for your My Nintendo account.
That part I'll do.
So it's nobody's getting screwed out of it, digital or physical. Everybody gets it.
Yeah.
As long as with physical, as long as you register it by like the end of December, I think it is, or the beginning or the middle or end of January. It's somewhere there. So I mean, you've got a solid window.
I'll be watching that stuff when I get right home.
Oh yeah. And another thing you can look forward to is going to be our unboxing video of the Smash Brothers Ultimate Giant Special Edition bundle. So, because we do have one of those on order, and when it gets here, we'll be bringing you guys a fantastic unboxing video of all the good stuff inside of that great big box of awesome.
I think
so. That's something to look forward to on the YouTube channel next month.
I think the Smash.
I should have recorded my unboxing of the collector's edition of Red Dead.
I think the Smash Switch is back in stock, and people are I think people are going to be buying that for Black Friday, or they're going to put it on Layaway because that one a lot of people really want to get.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I got my hands on mine, and we do have the unboxing of that up on the YouTube channel as well. So even though everything on the YouTube channel isn't in complete working order, so to speak, yet, there is still some new content being plunked up there here and there as we have it. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on, obviously.
Dylan, which Red Dead did you get? I know.
I got the big old box version. I spent too much money on it.
Is it the $100 one, or is it $100?
It was more than $100. I spent like 200 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the game?
Is that the one without the game?
No, it came with the game.
Okay, good.
Is it a game, a statue, map?
Yeah. It came with a whole big lot of stuff. I got some poker chips. Got a statue. I got. I also got the because the guy at GameStop was cool. I also got the hardcover strategy guide for it. Yeah, I spent a lot of money. Needless to say, on that game. It was like, I believe my total ticket was like $250, and then he threw in the collector's edition thing for me.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get to see all the special editions that they had for Red Dead. I got to find a news report because I need to see all the pictures that they have for it. Because I got one that was at Target. It was like an Ultimate Edition. It came with a map, but it also came with some free DLC stuff. And I think your version, was it like red and was it black and red with the stars on it?
Yes. On the steelbook?
Yeah, I think like it was a not so big of a box, but I think it was like a smarter size, I think. Because I don't know how big the box was.
The box itself was a little bit bigger than a shoebox.
Okay.
And then, in that had the steelbook, and then the statue, like I said, some poker chips, and then a bunch of DLC and stuff. So I love it. I'm very happy with it. I love Red Dead. Like, it's probably my favorite game that Rockstar makes. You know, so
As long as you're happy with it.
yeah.
So, but no, back to Smash. We also got the reveal of the new Spirit mode, which is
Looks dope.
it does look good. I'm still sad that we're not getting a proper sequel to Subspace Emissary. I loved the way that Subspace Emissary played out and kind of really brought together all the disparate characters and franchises into one big bizarre fucking story. Which, fun fact, by the way, apparently the Guinness Book of World Records holder for the longest story ever written is, believe it or not, some absurdly long Smash Brothers fan fiction that's still being added on to.
Nice.
Wow.
I shit you not. I'll do some digging, and if I can find it, I will put a link to it in the show description so that you guys can check it out. But yeah, brace yourself for some serious lengthy reading. I'll have to see if I can find the certificate for the Guinness record for it too. But I remember catching that little nugget of info a while back, thinking that's really fucking neat. So, but in any case, because really that's what Subspace Emissary felt like, was just a ridiculous piece of fan fiction that got turned into a video game in some semi-official capacity. But I loved Subspace, and I'm just sad it's just not going to come back. But that being said, Spirit Mode does actually look pretty good. It doesn't quite scratch the itch for me, but it comes fairly close. So we're going to be seeing a mode where...
what was Subspace Emissaries on? Was that Melee?
No,
Brawl?
that was on Brawl.
Okay, that's the one I didn't play, so I was like, I didn't know there was another, single player.
Find yourself a cheap copy of Brawl and play it just for Subspace Emissary mode. Like, that is genuinely one of the best things about Smash as a series over the last 2 decades.
I will check it out.
Emissary. I cannot recommend it enough. It kind of combines Smash's fighting game with a small blend of like 2D side-scroll platformer. And it just mushes the whole story of all the characters together in a weird way. And it's super fun. So it's one of those things I will forever look at fondly and go, you were great. I love you. So, but yeah, Spirit Mode is also going to let you unlock the spirits that you can add to your fighters to bump up their stats, or you can feed the spirits to grow them as well. There's going to be apparently like primary and auxiliary slots for your characters for these spirits as well. It's supposed to also not only be that, but like the replacement for the trophy system. So lots and lots of characters, and from what I understand, when you're fighting the spirit of a character, you're not fighting necessarily, or you're not necessarily going to be fighting that character, but they're going to take some things that are already in Smash and kind of go like, this character plus this character kind of equals this character that you're looking for the spirit of. So I'm like, that's interesting.
Kind of like it equates to it.
Yeah, it's almost like a Nintendo apples to apples game, where it's like, you know, this character is like that one. Yeah.
So, for example, you in order to get like Adagon from Metal Gear Solid, you fight Dr. Mario and Rob the Robot.
No, and I like that idea. That's stupidly clever to me. Like, I feel like that concept should be taken and turned into a card game. Like, somebody get Nintendo back to making card games again. We're going to release that, and then we're going to re-release the Hanafuda cards.
Oh, they already did that already. Only in Japan.
They did that. Yeah, that was a while back. I want a stateside release of those. But the last big piece out of the Smash Direct, though, was the announcement of the Fighters Pass. So it's their season pass. We know we're getting 5 more characters as DLC. The individual character packs are going to be like $6 a pop. The Fighters Pass is going to run you $25, so you save yourself $5 in the end. Provided you're going to get all 5 characters, and at this point, who the hell isn't?
Everybody's going to buy it.
Yeah. Word on the street is they already have a lock on the characters that they're actually going to be putting into the Fighters Pass, but they're still not telling anyone. So.
Well, Sakurai said they still are working on it. So even though the list is finalized, they're still working on those characters.
It's also up to Nintendo too, I think. Those last 5. So.
But yeah, so that's most of the nuts and bolts from the Smash Direct. I'm going to turn it over to who wants to take Diablo? Who brought that up?
I think we all kind of did. Yeah.
I was saying somebody mentioned the Diablo debacle.
Well, I did.
Eddie can start.
Okay. So over the weekend, Blizzard had their traditional BlizzCon that they have every year, and at the end of the show, I believe on Saturday, or it might have been Friday. At the end of the show of their presentation, they announced BlizzCon Immortal. Diablo Immortal, which is going to be a Diablo game from NetEase. That they're the ones that developed it. It's a big thing in China, and it's going to be on mobile. Well, a lot of players and people who went to BlizzCon were very upset and disappointed. Like, there was kind of some boos, there was no reaction to it. And one of the main things that came out of it was that a guy went up to the microphone and kind of said to the developers, "Is this an April Fool's joke?" And it caused some controversy between players and Blizzard. And so I was asking the guys their thoughts about it. So we have various opinions, but we know that this was a bad thing that happened. That it, people, all those who went to BlizzCon was expecting Diablo 4, and they got this instead. So
they done fucked it up.
They done, yeah. So we're probably gonna get into this discussion because we also got something with Fallout 76 with that beta and that messed up mess. But kind of want to ask you guys, what are your feelings on it?
I got something for you off the back of what you just mentioned there. With everybody expecting Diablo 4, is that really Blizzard's fault? Just because you walk into it expecting something, that doesn't mean that that's what they're obligated to deliver.
True, but I think, if you're going off the past actions of BlizzCon, where they always save their best thing for last, I think that it's a dumb move to have your best thing for last be a mobile game. Especially, looking at your core audience, which is majority PC players.
Oh, granted, I don't fault you there, but by the same token, had it not maybe dawned on anybody that there's a reason that they held that announcement and opted to go for Immortal instead?
Oh, I'm sure there was, but when the rumor is that Diablo 4 is coming, right? And
that's it, though. It's a rumor.
Sure, but you're paying, but who's leaking those rumors? Who's starting that fire? Almost always it's the developer. And then you go and you pay God knows how much money to fly out to BlizzCon so that you could play this at BlizzCon. And then you're there and you're getting all hype, right? And the first thing you see for the big last announcement is like a dude in the Diablo fucking mascot costume. You're like, oh shit, it's happening. And then they're like, mobile game. Like, dude, who's not gonna be infuriated? Like, the fuck are you talking about, mobile game? Like, granted, does Blizzard owe these people anything? I mean, well, yeah, but it's, you know, it's a rumor, so, like, you know, you can't expect it of them. But this is your core audience. You're telling me, as a developer, as, like, people that make games, you know your core audience, you're going to come out with a mobile game for your last thing at your giant con. I just think it's tone deaf.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. How is it not an awesome announcement to tell everybody that's there that loves, that fucking creams themselves over Diablo, that, guess what? Diablo now fits in your fucking pocket. You will never have to be without Diablo.
Sure, but you also are going to have to you're basically getting Diablo Light, though. Like, it's not going to be like real Diablo. You're getting it's not getting developed by Blizzard. 2, it's going to be basically a reskin of a Chinese version of Diablo with like the actual Diablo title on it. And 3, it's not what you're signed up for. Like, I play Diablo on PC. Sure, I'll take Diablo on my phone, but give me like Diablo 2 for $10.
And this is the thing about it, is that Diablo 3 just came out for Switch. So that's the portable game that everybody, they can believe that this game's coming to Switch, even though we had the Switch thing, like they hit it at something, and they didn't really
bigger
speak
version of Diablo on the go,
right?
But it's also not ubiquitous with that PC audience either,
right? But
what is ubiquitous with that audience is that,
but it's cool for
they all have phones.
But it's cool for people who can't believe that Blizzard is putting a game on a Nintendo console. That hasn't happened in years. So
that happened since StarCraft 64.
Right. So it's a big thing for
which was
Blizzard.
Also trash.
Well, technology at that time, I would say. and I would say technology and just different people, just different players at that time. But like with Switch being popular, with Blizzard being able to get that game to work on Switch, it's good for people who want to take that game on the go, who don't want to carry their PC in order to play. You know, this is an easier way to get your Diablo fix. Same way that people said about Skyrim. You know, people picked up Skyrim for Switch, even though that game has been out for ages on other platforms. People still pick it up because they like that franchise, and they want to play it on the go, and they did, and people enjoyed it. You know, seeing Bethesda
coming soon, you'll still be able to play it on your refrigerator.
Pretty much. But Josh, I want to ask you, what's your thoughts about
it? Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. I can see it from every angle, kind of, but the whole thing was, this is just Blizzard not understanding who they're talking to, like 100%. If they were going to come around and say, hey, we're going to do this mobile game, they should have been touting like what it actually was, instead of like, okay, this is going to be, if this is for the hardcore gamer or for the gamer that's there at that meeting, you know, at BlizzCon, what is it going to give me that Diablo gives me on my PC now that I'm going to be satisfied for that? But I also understand that it does seem kind of whiny that people are like, you know, they didn't have a lot of tact when they were talking about it, because I think they were so floored that that's what the announcement was. And you know, the quote unquote entitled gamer, you know, like the media jumped on that right away. But I do believe that customers have a reason to be upset if they're not getting what they want.
But this is, I think,
especially in the gaming.
Exactly.
Industry.
In that moment, you know.
this is the thing about rumors leading to expectations, because this happens for E3, this happens for the Nintendo Direct, is that when a rumor comes out for a big title to be announced, people get their hopes up really high. And
I agree.
When it doesn't happen, there's going to be disappointment. But you should know by now, rumors are just kind of like early predictions. You know, and who knows if it's going to be true or not until the actual reveal of whatever that company wants to reveal.
Sure, and like I understand it from that point of view. Like the developer, you know, is going to come out with what they're going to come out. Rumors are just rumors, but at the same time, like you need to understand your demographic, your audience, especially at something like BlizzCon, where, you know, the hype is all the way up, turned to 11. You know, you're salivating, especially Diablo players. I mean, Diablo 3 came out quite a while ago, you know, and like they're announcing everything for like everybody. You know, you had a Hearthstone announcement, you had a StarCraft 2 DLC announcement, you had a Warcraft 3 of all things being remastered announcement, and then they're like Diablo, and like, you know, people are losing their fucking minds, and then they're like mobile game. Like,
they're not allowed to do any more Hearthstone announcements either until I get Hearthstone on Switch.
But
you have it on mobile, dude. Play it on mobile.
But I think Nintendo.
Yeah, but I want to play it on my TV.
I think Nintendo has kind of set how announcement or something expected to be predicted happens with the Nintendo Direct. Like, anytime Nintendo mentions a Nintendo Direct, whether it's 15 to 20 minutes or it's unexpected, there are predictions. And you're hoping one of your predictions become true. Not saying that your predictions are based off of rumors, but you just be like, oh, I hope this comes, or I hope this comes. You know, and I think of BlizzCon, not saying that they need to have a Nintendo Direct, but I think if the audience were on the Nintendo Direct level of expectation or prediction, this blow, I should say, wouldn't be so hard on. Like if BlizzCon was saying, we got some stuff lined up for you guys that I think you guys are going to really be expected. This presentation is this. We are focusing on PC and mobile titles.
Yeah, I think what they should have done is just been like, when they announced Diablo Immortal, what they should have done, because Diablo 4 is in the works, you know, just be like, hey, Diablo 4 is coming. Maybe even just show like box art, like early box art. Don't even,
just
don't
say it's coming, you know.
Yeah, don't give them, you know, you don't have to have
4.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
You don't have to have like a playable demo or anything. Just be like,
just
Diablo 4, yeah, boom, is coming. This is the expected release date or whatever.
Can I say this? Don't even show the box art. Kind of do what EA did when they announced all the Star Wars stuff, how they was going to different studios and kind of showing here and there some artwork and things of that nature. Like doing it almost in a documentary style. If Blizzard would have did that for Diablo 4, showing some new character designs, some artwork, maybe it's going to be in the game or not, it get folks hope, just be like, okay.
Right, feed the hype. Instead of destroying your hype, feed your hype, and then be like, also, Diablo Immortal. So while you're waiting for this dope-ass Diablo 4 game that you're creaming your pants over, you can also play, you know, what is essentially Mario Run.
Right. And it's exactly what Bethesda did with, you know, Fallout.
Fallout, exactly.
They said, okay, we're going to give you this proper game in the Fallout universe, but here's something just to tide you over. And nobody was angry at that.
Yes.
They were like, okay.
And I think it's because we knew that Fallout 4 was coming with the reveal and all the trailers and stuff. So we had all of that before E3 even happened. So with Bethesda sliding that in, you know, it's kind of understandable. Just like, oh, this is a cool add-on bonus. And it's free to play. It came on console. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's a nice idea. I kind of want to ask you guys, what is it going to take for Blizzard to rebound from this? And is is what the upset
Nothing.
was.
I mean, what they're gonna do, all Blizzard has to do to like bounce back from this is, release Diablo 4 at some point within the next 3 years, and they're gonna be fine.
Well, it's surprising that if you're mad at Blizzard, cut your World of Warcraft account. Cut yourself away from Blizzard. If you're so upset of not getting Diablo 4, you could be disappointed, but you're still supporting Blizzard by paying them for your service and stuff. It's just like...
I think people are going to definitely... There's going to be people out there that are definitely not, like the hardcore people that were upset, are not going to play Diablo Immortal.
I think I think some people are going to...
It's not for them anyway.
Right, exactly.
But you know what? I think they're still going to be... To me, it's the Metroid Federation Force thing. That people was upset that Metroid Prime Federation Force was coming to the 3DS and it wasn't a proper Metroid Prime. But yet,
I just
people...
like to point out for 1 second here that Eddie's the one that diverted that to another Metroid reference this time, and it wasn't me for a change.
I was using that as the example, using that as the example of anger. But people were willing to give that thing a try, and I think with Diablo Immortal they're upset now. They're upset now.
I think the casual people are going to play Diablo Immortal, and I don't think it's going to hurt Blizzard's numbers at all. I almost guarantee that, like, in the Play Store and the App Store, like, it's going to get fucked with reviews. Like, there's going to be people in there, just like Metacritic, that are going to review on it.
They're going to be
money on it.
They're going to review.
Exactly. That's the thing, though. Blizzard doesn't care because they're still going to make a fuck ton of money on it, and then Diablo 4 is going to come out, and all the outrage that people were like, all those people are just going to shut the fuck up and play Diablo 4. Any way you look at it, Blizzard wins.
Candy Crush. It's going to be Candy Crush.
Right.
It's going to give
all you're going to hear is the gaming community make fucking fun of it, and
it's just a cash cow.
The guys, the guys that make Candy Crush are sitting on their throne of money.
It's going to give. We know that it's going to give review bomb.
There's Scrooge McDuck and Bolt.
But I still think there's going to be some people who were upset going to still be willing to try it. Not saying that they're not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to play this because it's mobile. I think some people are going to be like, okay, I was angry at the time at the announcements, but I want to see what they do with this. And they might just download it. If they don't like it, they could delete it from their phone, leave a review, or do whatever they need to do. But I think there's still going to be people who going to pick it up and really probably get into it.
It's very possible. I'm intrigued by a Diablo on my phone. I love Diablo,
and that's
I'm concerned with that. If Blizzard was making it from the ground up, I would be more.
It's the quality. It's the quality of the game. Because Blizzard doesn't make games every day. When they do, you're going to get this game that is awesome.
Right.
So it better be good. Otherwise, it's just forget
With
it.
Diablo Immortal, I'm less inclined to if Blizzard was making it for the ground up, I guarantee you I would download it at least to try it. I want to see what the free to play mechanics are. I want to know if I'm going to have to pay money to actually enjoy it.
And that's the thing is that it's going to be that curiosity that get those downloads.
But if I want to play the same game, I'll just download the original version and not the Diablo skin.
And you know what? And that's completely fine. At least that you gave that game a try. You didn't straight out dismiss it. You at least gave it a try. And I think, that's why I bring up Metroid Prime Federation Force, is that it got this anger, got this change.org petition. People were upset for it. But yet there were some willing to give it a try. And yes, it didn't succeed, but it could be better. And
I probably won't try it though, because only on the principle that Blizzard's not making it from the ground up. If Blizzard was making it from the ground up, I guarantee you I'd try it. I would at least try it, because I'd be interested. But because Blizzard's not actually making the game, their name's just attached to it, I don't really have any interest in it.
We're gonna write that down, because when people are saying it's awesome, you're going to be downloading that thing, Dylan.
Maybe. If it comes out and people are like, "Holy shit, it's literally just Diablo for your phone," I'm gonna be like, "All right, well."
And I think
I'll
Blizzard
probably
is
try it.
And I think
to be
Blizzard is overwatching this, making sure that the quality of this game is up
That's
to
true.
par.
I mean, with their name attached to it, I think it's going to be a little bit better than what the normal, shit is on the Play Store. But I still don't think it will be like a full Diablo game. Like, I just don't see any way for it to not have a pay-to-advance mechanic like most of those games do that are on the Android/app market right now.
And we know that Blizzard doesn't like outsource their game, because this is a level that people are hoping it to be a failure if it's like Sega giving what's his name, Randy Pitchford, the Aliens Colonial Marine game, and they outsource it to another somebody else.
Oh man,
Blizzard
I had such high hopes for that game too.
Blizzard is not going to go that route. Sega did not check in on 2K to make sure that they were developing that game.
I wouldn't say that 100%. I mean, I agree that Blizzard normally has like an integrity check,
yes.
but I would also, if you asked me, even last year, if they would make a mobile game for Diablo, I would have told you there's no fucking way. I just don't see any way that they successfully pull that off.
To me, it kind of almost seems like, that they're trying to really capture an overseas market more with this.
Exactly, yeah.
And they're really pulling into the Asian market with mobile, because that's like a huge thing.
Right, yeah.
So,
and I could see that, which I think is probably what they're doing. Like, I don't think it'll do well in America, but I guarantee you it does well in China. And, Japan, whatever, India, but I don't see it doing well here, on the same level that, something, like, if they charged money for the game, like, if it wasn't free to play, I would be more interested in it. Like, if it had a $5 or $10 price tag, I would probably buy it.
And and to be fair, we don't even know how they're going to be charging monetization.
That's true.
Yet, so we just don't know.
They didn't give an announce date, right? There's no announcement for it. Okay.
No, there's no way. We don't know yet if if it's going to be a free to play model or not.
Okay.
If it is like a $5 buy-in, I'm probably going to get it, because that has me more interested in the quality of the game. Like, if you're charging an upfront cost, then I feel like there's going to be less of the pay to play model going on.
And I personally would doubt that. I mean, honestly, I'm thinking it's going to be, you're going to download it for free. And then you're going to put, 5 or 10 hours into it, or even a couple hours into it, and you're going to be able to buy skins or buy something to advance characters or something.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Well, we shall see. I believe it'll come out sometime next year. I'm gonna say maybe summer it comes out. I think it'd be a nice summer game for people who are on the road traveling and going to different cons and stuff. Because the beginning part of 2019 is just back. So I'm going to give it to summer. I think maybe May might be a release date. Do you guys agree? Or do you guys feel like that'll be a good time for it to be out?
I think it would be a good time, but
I feel like the earlier they could get it out, the better. To, kind of just be done with it, get it out, see how it does, But yeah, I think I'm probably thinking April would probably be when it comes out, April, May. So I agree with you on that.
Well, the last part of stories for tonight, Fallout 76 beta
trash
is coming to a close. There was a problem with the PC version that the client was getting deleted. I think it was like deleting characters or something, and it became kind of unplayable. People had
it's a buggy mess, dude.
Yeah,
it's a beta.
So
it's a Bethesda game.
Yeah,
it's a beta. You know what's weird?
They release betas.
I'm surprised no one has beaten the full game or beaten the game in beta mode with all the
probably not even an option. They probably don't even have that part of it turned on.
They probably don't even have an in-game.
Well,
Yeah.
well, that's the weird thing. It's because they say it's the full game. So I'm thinking if it's the full game, it would have maybe an end game to it. But
That game
that
is high
is the end game. I think that game is the end game. I think when you get out of the vault
Mhm.
and
That's
you're
the
up
end
there,
of the game.
that's the end.
Uninstall it.
That's the end game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there is no.
Story
That's
and
it.
stuff. Connected.
That's it. You create your own world.
Okay.
Of garbage.
That's what I think.
Did you play it, the beta?
Did I play the beta? Yeah,
Yeah.
I played the beta on Xbox.
Oh, that's what
I downloaded it. I didn't play it.
Okay.
It trash, dude. Like frame rate drops all over the place. Like
Yeah, I had a friend that said it was going into single-digit frame rate.
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. I was hitting like 6, 7 FPS. Like it was trash.
So-
The world is like, it's like, you know, they're running an MMO off of like the old ass fucking engine. Like it's just, it's garbage. Like
Isn't it running off the Fallout 4 engine?
yeah,
Okay. Does this
which is
game
a slightly better Fallout 3 engine. Like,
does this game need to be delayed, or
this game needs to be deleted.
was because I don't know how good the pre-orders were.
Oh, not good.
Well, seeing a lot of people played it, but I don't know how many. They didn't really put out a number for it. What happens from here now? If the game comes out and they're passionate, do you think a huge update to make the game better would come out maybe April of next year?
I don't see
or
a
do-
way they make that game better without rebuilding the engine from the ground up.
This is the thing. Do you see an update coming out in April, or do you see the mod community fixing the whole game?
I don't even see how the mod community fixes it because it's an MMO.
If the game is fundamentally broken,
yeah,
it can't be fixed.
It's
But-
I was watching the Know, and they were just like the modders out there have stuff ready to go for this game to fix.
Well,
I
on
don't-
on PC.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
on
say it
PC.
would have to be
Yeah.
PC.
On PC,
Yeah.
yeah. Console, that's why I'm saying like an update. Just an update to the game from Bethesda will come sometime in April. Do you think that will bring players back?
The way
Or-
the way I see this game going is it's gonna have semi-strong numbers at launch. It's probably gonna taper out towards the end of launch month, and then it's gonna crash and burn.
There's just too many good things to play that you don't have to
Deal with
work-
that shit.
Deal with that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that's
there's
what I
better. Honestly, if you want to play a Bethesda MMO, Elder Scrolls Online is actually doing pretty good now.
Yeah,
Like
well,
originally, it was
Is it more?
pretty crap, but it has gotten a lot better over the years with patches and blah blah blah. And that game wasn't broken from the start. Whereas Fallout 76, like the thing about Fallout opposed to Elder Scrolls is like you need a narrative to that game. You need like missions, you need like the open world is part of it, but like that game has a story. When you're just opening the world up to like people to do whatever the fuck they want, like that's gonna get really boring really quick. Just like Fallout 4. Fallout 4 was kind of weak and they put too much into the building mode. Whereas like Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 were really strong stories with really strong side quests, you know, especially New Vegas with the factions and everything.
Yeah, New Vegas probably the best Fallout game. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the mod support on New Vegas, like,
Right.
I mean, that game is amazing. Whereas 76, like, why do I want to play with, like, I don't mind, like, if you want to make a co-op Fallout, I'm interested, okay? But an MMO Fallout where nothing really matters, like, I'm just, no thanks, I'll pass.
Yeah.
And the game itself is fundamentally broken. Like, it's not fun. I played about 10 hours of it, and I was just like, I'm gonna go back to playing Red Dead. Like,
And I do agree with you, Dylan, that the drop off was going to probably be harder on console than it will be on PC. Due to the fact like Call of Duty, Red Dead, Smash, Just Cause 4, and then you look at games in 2019 with Anthem, and just a whole bunch of indie stuff coming out. It's just like with console players, we're gonna be jumping around trying to play the latest stuff, or even with Black Friday coming up.
And I don't see, honestly, I don't see PC running. I think that their install base is going to be lower on PC. There's better MMOs to play on PC.
If Red Dead Online comes out when Fallout 76 come out on PC,
oh, it's fucked.
Yeah, with with Grand Theft Auto 5 Online still being strong on PC, it's going to be interesting to see. And I don't even know how Call of Duty is doing on PC yet.
That's what I play it on. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it. On the PC community have been talking about it. I haven't heard anything about that. But I'm like, Blackout is fun.
That's what they're talking about. Blackout.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
So, I think we shall.
It's the best PUBG game out. It is.
Yeah, right now it is.
Yeah.
Well, that depends. Depending on if you're still into Fortnite or if you're into Blackout or if you're into both. That's why. Because some people would say no, Fortnite is better than Blackout.
Fortnite's starting to fall off though. They haven't. The problem with Fortnite, it's great for the people that enjoy it, but it's starting to fall off because nothing new is really coming. It's just kind of stagnated.
But people are still enjoying that over PUBG. And
PUBG's dead. It's gone.
And Blackout is for that Call of Duty base because those mechanics work with that genre of gaming. But I don't know if it's on the same level of popularity of Fortnite.
I think Larry died.
He probably did. I think so. But that is the news and the kind of discussions that I want to have with you guys. There are new stuff coming in. We did have a big voting day. A lot of history was made. So we're going to be looking out for...
Michigan's legal.
Yeah. Congrats on that. So we are going to have a lot of more content and more discussions coming along. Even though it's been a quiet kind of news week due to the election and stuff. There's going to probably be more great news stuff that we're going to talk about. But you guys, just to gloss over it, the League of Legends developer riots, going through a bunch of shit. They're getting sued by their female employees. Two employees.
Yep. Yeah, discrimination and all that, and
yeah.
I heard that on the know, but I didn't see nobody write about it. I know Kotaku did their big story, but didn't know that it fully went through. So that's
they're facing a class action lawsuit.
It's a gender discrimination lawsuit.
Yeah.
So we'll find out more about that in the next few days, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
So, but you guys could email the show at world11podcast@gmail.com. You guys could also check us out on Twitter at world1_1 on Twitter. You can also check us out at Shout Engine at World11 Podcast. And everybody, we just want you to have a great week, have a great weekend. Thank you for all who contribute to Extra Life and those who are contributing to St. Jude and stuff. I enjoyed everybody's stream that I was able to catch. They raised a lot of money for it. I don't have a final total yet on how much they raised for it. So hopefully by next episode, we'll be able to tell you. But great job to all the streamers out there who really did this. They do it pretty much every year. And I was able to actually donate this year. I was able to do it past years because I had some bills and stuff I had to pick up and maintain. But thank you, Josh. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Larry. And everybody, we will see you next time on World 11 Podcast. Bye, everybody.
All right, bye. Have a good night.